Restaurant was buzzing with the usual Friday evening crowd. Couples laughed over candlelit tables, families shared warm meals, and business executives huddled in private corners, closing deals with expensive wine. But at one corner of the floor, a young waitress moved quietly, her shoulders slightly bent under the weight of exhaustion and dignity. Her black apron was a little faded, her shoes worn out, but her smile, though faint, never wavered. Her name was Maya, 22 years old, working double shifts just to cover her mother's medical bills and the overdue rent on their tiny apartment. She carried herself with grace, yet behind her brown eyes was a storm of struggles. Most customers didn't notice her. To them, she was just a waitress, invisible, replaceable. Until that night, because on that very night Maya's fate collided with one of the most powerful men in the city, a billionaire CEO named Alexander Cole, a man feared in boardrooms and envied in magazines. Sharp suits, ruthless decisions, an empire worth billions. People whispered his name with awe. But Maya didn't know who he was, at least not yet. And it all began when Alexander signed the bill for his dinner. Before I go deeper into this shocking and emotional journey, make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Exposed Tales for more powerful and heart-touching stories like this. Your support means everything and helps us bring you more inspiring content. Maya approached Alexander's table, balancing a tray with practiced precision. He had just finished an expensive steak dinner with two of his associates. They laughed loudly, speaking of mergers, profit margins, and crushing smaller competitors. She set down the bill with a soft, "Here you go, sir." Alexander, without even glancing at her, pulled out his black card, scribbled his signature across the check, and pushed it back toward her. But as Maya's eyes fell on the ink, her heart skipped a beat, her hands trembled. That handwriting, that name. Her lips moved before she even realized, "Sir, that's my dad's signature." The words seemed to freeze the air. The clinking glasses around them, the chatter, the background music, everything blurred for Alexander in that one moment. He looked up sharply, his cold blue eyes narrowing at the young waitress. "What did you just say?" His voice was low, dangerous. Maya swallowed hard, clutching the paper as tears threatened to spill. "That signature, it's my father's. I would know it anywhere. He used to sign my report cards, letters, everything. But my father disappeared when I was 8. And now, you're writing with his name." For the first time in years, Alexander's hand shook. His glass slipped from his grip, crashing onto the table and spilling wine across the white cloth. His associates gasped, staring at him in disbelief. The unshakable Alexander Cole looked rattled. Alexander excused himself from his companions and pulled Maya aside. His usually steady voice quivered. "What's your father's name?" "Daniel Carter," she whispered. Alexander staggered back as if struck. That was the name he had buried deep inside his past. Because before Alexander Cole was the billionaire tycoon, he was once Alex Carter, the son of Daniel Carter, the man Maya called father. Yes, he was her half-brother, but secrets had torn their family apart years ago. Daniel had a second family, Maya and her mother, while Alex had grown up believing his father abandoned him and his mother. Alex had changed his last name, erased the man from his life, and built an empire fueled by anger and betrayal. And now, fate had brought him face to face with his forgotten sister. But revelations never come without storms. Maya didn't trust him. "If you're my father's son, why didn't you ever look for us? Do you know what we went through? Mom working 3 jobs, me skipping meals, us begging landlords for mercy, while you lived in mansions and signed billion-dollar deals." Her words pierced him deeper than any business rival ever had. Guilt consumed him, but the pride in him resisted. Alexander had built walls of steel around his heart, walls that now trembled before Maya's raw truth. Worse, his board of directors caught wind of this scandal. A billionaire CEO linked to a poor waitress sister. They warned him, "Distance yourself. Protect the brand. Family or not, cut her off." Maya, too, faced ridicule at the diner. Some co-workers whispered she was lying to get money. Others envied her sudden connection to wealth. Customers stared at her as though she was a fraud. She wanted to disappear, but Alexander didn't let her. For the first time, he stood against his empire, his pride, and his board. He visited Maya's mother in the hospital, tears in his eyes as he apologized for years of silence. He offered to pay the bills, but Maya resisted. "I don't want your money," she said fiercely. "I just want the truth. I want to know why he left, why you changed, why we suffered while you thrived." Alexander broke down, confessing his side of the story. How he believed their father abandoned him, how hatred became his fuel, how success became his revenge. But seeing Maya, his little sister he never knew, shattered the lies he built his life on. Slowly healing began. He transferred their mother to the best hospital, not as charity but as family. He gave Maya the choice: join my world, or let me join yours. And surprisingly, Maya chose neither fully. She told him, if you want to be my brother, then sit here with me. Eat in my world, work with me. Know what it's like? So Alexander, the billionaire CEO, found himself one evening wearing an apron, helping her carry plates at the diner. The same customers who once mocked Maya watched in awe. Humility softened his pride, and love reshaped his empire. Months later, Alexander didn't just remain her brother. He became her protector, her partner in dreams. He opened a scholarship fund in their father's name, not to flaunt wealth, but to give struggling children the opportunities Maya never had. Their mother, though frail, smiled brighter than ever seeing her children united. Maya returned to school while still working part-time, and Alexander visited often, not as a CEO but as family. The story spread across the city. Not of scandal, but of redemption. A billionaire remembered where he came from, and a waitress found the strength to forgive. Because in the end, wealth can build walls, but love, real, raw, painful love, breaks them down. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Exposed Talus. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that no matter how far apart life pulls us, family and love can always find their way back. Ending note: true strength isn't measured in money or power. It's measured in the courage to heal, forgive, and love again.